we can't forget about the miracles. The miracles is something that we got to remember that will play a role in these last days. So before I continue with this lesson, I want to say Shalom. I'm the brother lawyer, and I teach at the Great Millstone National Camp. Come back with a quick lesson, and I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This lesson will be entitled, You Can't Forget About the Miracles. And this is from Elder Malcolm. He posted this an hour ago. You can watch it. It's at Great Millstone Maccabean Spirit 3561. All right. And yeah, Salaki, I'm kind of, this lesson right here, it got me amped up, which the majority, all his lessons get me amped up. But he's one of the main elders that I've prone to watch a lot. Him, Elder Manata Zaba, of course, the apostles and elders, Apostle Har, Apostle Ramlad, are the main two elders that I primarily, my spirit, meshes with, and we met these men, except for Apostle Har, of course, I haven't met him, but Apostle Rakah and Apostle Gabar I haven't met, but Apostle Ramlad, it's a different energy when you're when you're around, men that's been in the spirit, or that's aged, in the spirit, meaning the spirit of, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, But anyway, so as you see on the title, it says I was attacked by a group of white supremacists, which that those are Edomites, but not all of them are, Edomites. Oh, you talking about the white supremacists? That too. We've been scattered into all nations. Many of my cousins look, so-called white, but the history of my family, some generations past, and they look like that. But my great grandfather, is so-called black. But anyway, that's a different topic. It says we all died, but I came back. And we are going to come back. For the ones of us that do sleep. I'm gonna get there. First Thessalonians. So yeah, he came back. He was fighting with the white supremacists. He destroyed them. Or I forgot how Salaki, that happened. But I think he said he had died, and then he came back. And he had power. If I'm not mistaken, if I am Salaki, that's why I say, y'all can go watch the video. But I'm just going to get some quick precepts, and it's really like an exhortation. This lesson that he put up is an exhortation video, because we know that the times that we're coming into, it can make you, we're happy that the prophecies are coming to pass. We still got to go through, Jacob's trouble. We know that we're going to get the kingdom, whether we the elect or the 2/3, which we, Lord have mercy. We hope that we not the 2/3, because we don't know. If you take the MOTB, you a 2/3. You can do all the videos and lessons you want. But then when it come down to the MOTB, if you take that, all your righteousness shall not be remembered. And I'm going to get that. Damn, I forgot the first precept. I should just went ahead and got it. It'll come back. Give me 1 second, because I don't have no precepts pulled. I quoted some, so give me 1 second. Give me one. It'll be quick. There you go. But damn, I'm really mad that I forgot that precept that I was gonna start with. But it's all right. So this is Ezekiel 18, and I can start at 24. Let's start at 23, because once you come into this, and you denounce the gospel, you change up the doctrine. All your righteousness, you partaking in the Passover, you doing all them fastings, like I said, celebrating the high holy days. You getting on Jake, you calling on Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, you praying. You doing all that. But when you take that MOTB, it ain't all your righteousness. It won't be remembered. And I got that. So let me get the full chapter. Ezekiel 18. I think I'm started 20. Let's see. Ezekiel 18 and his brother about violence. Hold on. Not 20. Yeah, 20. It says, the soul that sinned, it shall die. And we know that the Israelites were given the laws, so-called Black Latinos, the Americans, and Hispanics. And of course, like I said earlier, you got the Israelite foreigners that may look like the other nations, but their spirit, their spirit goes right back to Israelite men. And of course, they have to be the seed of the house of Jacob. All right. So Ezekiel 18:20, the soul that sinned, it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. And I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna go down. Give me 1 second. What the hell? Okay. Verse, I'm gonna get the main point, because I just wanted to read up above a little bit, just to give you an idea of what this is talking about. All right. Because when I start right here at 24, it's going to say, but when the righteousness, or when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness, right, and committed iniquity, and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? Now, and this is not to say that we're not going to go off. That's why you have Judges 5. You rehearsing the righteous acts. So yeah, we're gonna make mistakes. We're not gonna eat no fucking pork or do no gay shit or something like that. Commit adultery. But all of our clothes ain't one fabric. That's if you break one commandment, you break them all. But the Lord came on the scene and he didn't break no law, so we follow his footsteps. We rehearsing the righteous acts. 'Cause in the kingdom, you ain't got no fucking choice. You're gonna have to keep the laws, and we're gonna be programmed to do that. So rehearse it now, because the next lifetime, when these bodies change, because that's what Elder Malcolm, that's what the dream is also going into, us being changed. I'm gonna get all them precepts, best believe, but yeah, when we get them our actual bodies, man, we're gonna be able to do so much in righteousness. Anything you want in righteousness. See, wickedness has a limit. Righteousness, it don't have a cap on it. Wickedness is very limited. What do you mean? I ain't trying to be deep or nothing, but like, look at the price you pay. It's a cap on it. It's a cap on the wickedness. It doesn't last forever. Righteousness do. You can have everything you want in righteousness. But anyway, it says, all his righteousness that he have done shall not be mentioned. So everything that you've done on up to when it's time for the MOTB to be rolled out, all that righteousness that you was doing, it's gonna be looked at as, man, no, that's the ultimate no. Like, nigga, no. You took the mark of a man. You're his slave. You're his servant. Yeah, it's looked at it like that. It's looked at, yeah, I said that right. It says, in his trespass that he has trespassed, and in his sin that he has sinned, in them shall he die. So it ain't no coming back. It ain't no coming back from that. But now, anyway, let's get into being like how they say in the world, transfigured. And that's what I was gonna get, that First Thessalonians 4, because he said that he came back. So he died, in battle with the Edomites. Well, I mean, that sounds like some King David stuff, but we are the house of David. But when he was fighting those white supremacists, he died, and then he came back and he had powers. So, and I got another one. I think that's Isaiah. though the righteous perish, because some of us will, pass, but it's all right. I'm gonna get to Isaiah 57 after this, 1 Thessalonians 4, and I'm gonna start at, I think it's 7. No, let's see. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna start right here. 1 Thessalonians 4:13 says, "But I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, the ones that pass." All right. It says that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. And it says, "For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua will bring with him." So when the Lord comes back, he's going to have the ones that slept, the one that died in his truth, the believers. There's been many brothers that's passed, and it says, give me 1 second. Yeah. Verse 15, "For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Mashiach shall rise first." So the ones that pass, they're going to rise first. It says, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. So shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. So that's plain and simple. And to be caught up in where? How we gonna be caught up in the air? You just gonna lift up to the clouds? No. Now the actual clouds gonna be here. What do you mean? The so-called UFOs. Those are known as the clouds, the chariots of the Lord. They use clouds to conceal themselves. And cloud also, I believe that word goes to marakab, which means a vehicle. And people are seeing the chariots more and more. Day by day. More videos coming out. You can look a little drink of water real quick. So that's what's going to happen. And he read 1 Corinthians 15, talking about how we, I read it at that time. 1 Corinthians 15 and 50 or 52. All right, 1 Corinthians 15. Because, the Lord, he conquered death also. It says 51. 1 Corinthians 15:51. "Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed." And so all of us know we're not going to pass. And that's even in the Apocrypha, where it states that it be some shall not taste death since they birth. Or let me get that. Don't remember where it is. Let me see. Let me see. I can't remember where it is. Second Ezra's. Yep, that's it. AI helped me out. 2 Ezra 6:26, it says, and the man that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth. Is that right? Yeah. hold on, Salaki, this one, yeah. Hold on, let me go to that. I gotta read what's before. Oh yeah, I believe that's yeah, going into the some of the believers. Let me check. See, we're not gonna just say something, you know, and not go into the context of stuff, and you know. So yeah, second address, the song. Yeah, that's it. Second address 6. Yeah, and the man that I received. Let me see. Yeah, verse 25. Let's get the context. Whosoever remaineth from all these the plagues, it says that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world, the end of Esau Edom's world, where his end, his end of uh eon, an age. We're at the end of his age. And it says, verse 26. It's like I got a yard. Okay, second Ezra 6:26, and the man that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. And then it says for evil. Oh yeah, well never mind. But I mean that's a good precept too, because faith is flourishing. And deceit and evil is being put out. These videos that we posting. Everything what the Lord is doing. Judging the wicked, the beginning stages of judging the wicked. And you Israelites that don't want to get with the program, even with the doctrine, yeah, is that detrimental? You're gonna be put down. You're gonna have to come back through the nuts. Because yes, it will be sex in the kingdom of heaven. That's how the rest of the nations are gonna be brought back. All nations will be brought back via sex. After World War III, second Ezra 6, not 16, 13, when the chariots come back and deliver the Lord's people and zap the rest, yeah, all that's gonna happen. Best believe. Everybody's gonna come back via sex. Yes. All right. So 1 Corinthians 15 and 52, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. So they're not gonna be of the flesh. The actual spirits will be you'll be brought back, but with an incorruptible body. All right, it's gonna go into it. It says, and we shall be changed. It says, for this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality, or immortality. I said in. So what is that saying? It says flesh and blood cannot. Is that in here? No. Let me see. Yeah, flesh and blood cannot enter the kingdom of the Most High. So we're not gonna go up in these bodies or be brought back. You're gonna have a spiritual body. It says, so when this corruptible shall put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying is written, death is swallowed up in victory. It says, O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? It's questioning that. It says the sting of death is sin, and the strength of the sin of sin is the law. It says, but thanks be to God, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach. He conquered death. And Lord, will we conquer that through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. So you doing the work, posting the videos, going to camp, keeping laws, that's your commandments. Well, that's not, that's what you're supposed to be doing. But, doing the work, take time out to do a quick video. It don't have to be fucking 30 minutes. Get to the point. Get your precepts. Get to the point. Get on down. You want to do some talking and make it long? I'm just saying, if you on the time limit, you know, bro, you can squeeze in 5, 10 precepts. You know, videos. You know, all that. Not videos, but like, you know, videos on, you know, in the midst of a video. Like when I'm doing, you know, I wasn't gonna play the eldest video, you know, but I'm telling you to go watch, you know, subscribe and get edified. I mean, all his videos on point, and other brothers too, you know. And I'm almost done with this, you know, but yeah, we gonna be changed, you know. We're gonna have, you know, we won't be able to die no more. That's gonna be done. Let me see. Give me 1 second. This is Ezekiel 36:26. A new heart will I also give you. A new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. What's he saying? That stony heart, us going off, not keeping laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, he's going to give us a heart of flesh to where we only think about how about Shai and what we want. You know, what the Lord and his son want. You know, then we take care of ourselves. Meaning, we're going to be perfect. Keep the law, statutes, commandments. You ain't going to be able to go off. The holiday is going to be, you know, celebrated correctly. You know, in the whole world, they going to have to follow what we do, just like how we follow what they do now. Yeah, they're going to have to do what we do, and they're going to love it. Better living, better water, food, you know, a better life overall under the Israelites. Yeah, like how it's supposed to be. So with that, I hope this is an edifying lesson, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakudash. Shalom.